have a listen.
So I saw that there is going to be a new documentary about Taylor Swift and her Eras tour. I don't know if I'm saying that right because I am not a Swiftie. I like her a lot. But from the trailer, I was like, oh, this looks amazing. Thoughts?
Yeah, it brought up when I saw the trailer, it brought up lots of emotion because my family and I were lucky enough to get tickets last year. So we went to see, I call it the Eras Tour, but yeah, Eras Tour. Um, so it just took me right back to that concert, which was absolutely amazing on every level. Like every single thing about it was the best that it could have been. It was incredible. So yeah, I'm really excited about seeing the documentary, seeing like what, all the little things behind the scenes that we might not have known, and it's going to be exciting. Counting it down to the time and stuff.
Why do
Yeah.
you think it was so good? And why do you think so many people love her?
I think it was so good because, I mean, it was absolutely epic. When you think about just as a human, firstly, that you've written enough songs that you can perform for 3.5 hours. And she was performing, like her costume changes were very, very quick. And she was singing for 3.5 hours. And her band, when you think about the band, they were playing for 3.5 hours. So just everyone on it was on such a level that it was just incredible. And I don't know whether it's known that she trained for that by singing on a treadmill. That she would then perform the whole thing like on a treadmill, which is mad, but she had to do it, and she was wearing massive heels. I mean, just I can't even comprehend doing that, but just there were so many things. Technically, it was just outstanding. It was such a mix of emotions, also because of the people there. And I basically have become a Swiftie since going to that gig because it was just incredible. And the energy, there were thousands of people and they were just so happy. And it was such a powerful feeling that when I saw her come up on the stage, she popped up, and my daughter loves her. And like seeing how happy everyone was around me, as soon as she popped up, I cried. And I just was like a baby. I was like, what is going on there? There's this woman, she's just a woman. But it was such a strong force. It was amazing. I immediately after the concert said I would give all my money just to go and see it again because it was amazing. So yeah, I'm excited about seeing it because we can relive it again. And I don't know why she's so popular. I think it's probably because she's so human. She's also, as a billionaire, she's just so good. I mean, I don't know anyone else with that much money who's doing such kind things. Like every city that she toured in, she would give thousands of whatever currency it was to food banks. She just genuinely does seem to be a decent person. And I think that's very rare, and it gives people a lot of hope for the world that we're living in at the moment. And her songs are just so freaking catchy as well, aren't they?
Oh,
Or
they are. They are. They
or
are.
powerful, like emotionally as well. Some of them just touch something in people that really speaks to them in their lives at whatever point. So yeah.
So when was the moment you decided that you were going to create a cool Instagram account all about learning the drum parts to Taylor Swift songs?
It was about half a year ago, or at the start of this year, and I just felt like I was stuck in a rut and I needed to be doing something. And I'm not very good at doing something constantly. I'm really, really terrible at it. That goes for everything like drum practice. I go through phases of things where I get really into something, really inspired, and then I just can't carry it on consistently. I'm terrible. So I thought, right, I need something that I find fun, where I'm going to actually do that every week. And I had the idea that if I posted it, then I couldn't back out of it. Like I had to keep doing it. And I got asked by a few of my students if they could learn Taylor songs. And so I'd written a few out, and I thought, oh, actually, what I could do is I could really make these available as PDFs for people that they can learn the whole song on drums, and then I can teach them the parts. And the idea has kind of evolved as I've learned a bit more about everything this year as I've gone along with it. But yeah, now I'm aiming to kind of teach or show the parts to a Taylor Swift song every single week. And the idea is that there's also a chart, but there's always notation underneath.
What have you learnt from this process, and what would you go back and say to yourself 6 months ago?
I have learned lots about editing, like video. Just it keeps evolving all the time, doesn't it? As you see, like now I look at the stuff that I recorded at the beginning of the year and I think, oh my God, that was so, just lots of little things that I wouldn't do now that I've changed over the time. And it was all too long and I was talking too much. Like now I don't really talk at all. Save that for this. And just trying to make something interesting instantly. And you have to think that it's for someone who's got zero interest, probably, in what you're posting, which is quite hard. But I like that little challenge. It's like everything has to be the best I can do in sort of 10 seconds.
And so, if you could go back in time, do you wish you would have started this earlier, or do you think it just came around at the perfect time for you?
I think it was a combination, really. So I wish that I had spent my time earlier doing something a bit more productive. But no, I think it was kind of the right time for me. Like I'm not able to be out playing, and at the moment still I'm just not in the situation like with my family and with my job and everything, and just I'm not out gigging. So this is kind of for me like a little bit of a performance thing that I get to do every week, and I enjoy it. But sometimes I do also feel, I guess, the consistency thing. I am really having to stick with it, and sometimes I'm finding it a bit much. So that's the only thing that I kind of, yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to keep going. I'll keep doing it. And I also have, I think it's to do with being in my 40s now. I don't care either about being cool or not cool. Like 10 years ago, I wouldn't have done it because even now I cringe a little bit at some of the people that I can see looking at it. And I think, oh, I'm posting Taylor Swift stuff. Like this is embarrassing. And I think, F it. I still haven't sworn. It doesn't matter. It's fun. I'm having fun. And yeah, that's the main thing. So I definitely wouldn't have done that before. And now I am.
Yeah, you do. It's awesome. Do you take requests, and where do you see it going?
I have had a couple of requests, and I am mindful of keeping the charts as accurate as possible. So I am trying to be careful with copyright and stuff that I'm not infringing anything there. But I do try and make the charts as accurate as possible to Taylor's version was how I've started it. And yeah, I think that it's starting to take off now that I've had in the last few weeks, I've changed the way that I've been using captions and stuff, and I've been using a little bit of ChatGPT's help, and it definitely helps with the algorithm, and more people have been looking at the reels. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. I've got lots of plans. I've got a good Christmas special planned, a couple. So yeah, it's just silly fun, but I want it to be the best that I can do it. So I'll
And
keep
where
going.
can people find you if they don't already know?
So you can find it on Instagram at Swifty Drums or also on TikTok and YouTube, and it's the same handle everywhere. Oh, it's on YouTube Shorts. I don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah,
Oh,
that's
and
there.
which platform do you personally prefer using?
I found that TikTok has kind of taken off the quickest for me. I don't know if that's just because of I don't know, not maybe the length of the reels, because they started off being about 30 seconds long. Instagram seems to be at the moment that if they're much shorter reels, then it's doing better. So, but it kind of goes up and down. Like I personally prefer Instagram And I guess that's sort of, I don't know, maybe it's slightly an age thing. It's all fine. I think I need to learn kind of the ins and outs of the different platforms. Maybe if I did something differently on one to another, then it would do better there. But at the moment, I'm just putting them out 2 or 3 times a week.
Well done, Biff. I think it's great.
So you have a new project. Well, it's not a
Yes.
project, it's something that you've done, you've worked on very quietly, you've been beavering away on something. Tell me about it.
Well, I, for the longest time, wanted to do an online course. So many people have said, oh, I can't make a camp because I live in Australia and I didn't have anything to offer or to help with them. It was just like, oh, well, why don't you have a holiday in the UK? But now I have filmed everything that I do at drum camp, but the beginner one, and I'm inviting people into a course called Begin. And I'm really excited because it's going to be like weekly lessons that are drip fed to you. And there's also going to be an inbuilt community and a platform where there'll be different tabs. So, like, one tab is going to be like pep talk. So, if you're feeling a bit wobbly or if you're feeling a bit like, oh, I'm not getting this and you need a little bit of support, then you go in the pep talk area. And in there, there'll be some quotes, maybe some videos from me, but it's also the place that I want people to gather and help and lift each other up. Because I think those bits are really important and are often forgot when you're learning online. It can be super lonely. And so I want to not have that experience and make it really vibey and cool and make it a community feel. So I'm excited.
Have you kind of taken any inspiration from other places for that, or is it something that you've been thinking about for a long time? Or tell me.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for ages, but like years, but I was procrastinating and I just thought, oh, it's going to take forever to film everything and like putting everything in the way and just going, oh, I'm too busy, I'm too busy. And then when I decided to just do camps in this one season earlier in the year, I had earmarked from the summer to Christmas, like, this is the time that you are going to film your course, because if you don't, you'll be in trouble. Or like, there's no excuses, you have to get it done. And then even that, I was finding, oh, this is taking so long and tweaking it and perfecting it. And then really it was my business mentor, Tanya. I really admired how she's taken our group and made it feel really good, and how she's taken it and she's using this new platform that I've been looking at for ages. I don't know if you know School, Skool. It's like a cool platform that takes you away from Facebook, away from anywhere else, and everything is there. So all of the course is there, the community is there. And I really found that inspiring, that it was so easy, and yeah, it was easy to use from my point of view, the user, and it was just lovely to talk with people in the community. And so I owe a lot of it to her, really, because she just was like doing it. And I'm like, well, if she can do it, you can do it. Just start. And this is what I say to everyone anyway. It's like, I'm just taking my own advice. And I've just started it and press go. I set the date, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is when you can sign up. I've got a sale on for 3 days and then the price goes up. But yeah, I just thought, do it, do the things, set the date, and then you have to do it. You have to commit exactly what you're doing. You have to do it every week. Mine was, you're releasing it on this date. It's got to be ready. So go. And yeah.
How do you find it? Because you've done everything on your own, right? I mean, you talk about your business mentor and stuff, but you're doing everything on your own. You're recording everything on your own. You're doing all the tech yourself. How do you kind of keep a check on that? It's not like you have someone saying to you, have you done this yet? Or do you do that yourself?
Yeah. I have lots of notes on my phone. and often many hours of my head in my hands in the kitchen in front of this laptop going, ah, why isn't it working? Like I'm testing all of this thing. It's been such a process of learning so many things, like learning. I remember just figuring out how to sell like a drum camp ticket from my website seemed like the hardest thing ever. And now I know exactly what to do. But it's often those things that you can easily get put off by. So yeah, it's been a lot of work and almost too much work in that way. Like
Hmm.
filming the videos and the content, I feel is not, I don't want to say easy, but I'm used to it. I enjoy it and I get inspired by it. I'm like, oh, I should add this, add that. And really the most time is spent figuring the tech stuff out to a certain degree and making sure it all works. And yeah, making sure that when you go, yes, I'm in, it's seamless. But that also, I can't get too hung up on. It's got to be, you know, you learn as you go. And if I
Yeah.
waited until I knew everything, I wouldn't do anything. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do anything at all.
I also kind of thinking about that, not to do with the Taylor Swift stuff, but to do with the podcast. So we recently, when we were at the UK Drum Show, there was a guy came up and he was talking to you about the podcast and he was asking how you edit it and everything. And he was then talking about this software that he uses. And I thought, okay, I need to go and check this out and see how it works. And I was surprised by how easy everything is now. It's not like I'm still kind of stuck in, I don't know, like 15 years ago or something, where everything took so long and I imagined it would be like that. And actually, when you just, even if there's something you don't know about, if you just kind of go for it, then it can be that it is really easy and you can learn how to do it really quickly. And as you say, you learn as you go. So you just have to kind of push yourself to make that step, don't you?
Yes, exactly. And that person was Matt Lacey. Shout out for that little nugget because now Gemma's using it. I'm sure I will look into it as well. But yeah, I think we can so easily talk ourselves out of stuff and think, oh no, can't do that. It's too hard, or I don't know this, therefore I won't do it. And which I think the biggest shift for me is realizing that there's going to be things in the future I haven't done, and I won't have the idea about those things until this certain point. And you've just got to trust that everything is going to lead you to where you want to go eventually. And if you don't know a thing, just find out. It doesn't mean no. It doesn't mean it's too hard. It just means you got to learn it. Or
Yeah.
ask for help.
Yeah, I
Something
was
that
going to
I
say,
don't do.
asking for help is such a big thing, isn't it? Because, yeah, I don't know. You can't be expected to know everything. And we're just people. And there are some people who are better at certain things, than we are. And yeah, there's no shame in reaching out and asking them for a little bit of advice. I did that with someone and now I feel really stupid when I think back on the question I asked him. But I think he was so lovely in the way that he responded and helped me with something, and you know, it's all good. And now I think, that was quite a basic thing actually, but now I know better, so
What was
it's
it?
it's fine. There's a drummer. He's called Drums for Swift on Instagram. Mike Lund. Mike Lund. I'm sorry if I've said your surname wrong. And he's a phenomenal drummer and he covers Taylor Swift songs and sounds exactly like the record, but in a very, the way he plays is just beautiful. It's great. And yeah, I was just asking him like how he does it because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get in trouble for using her songs. And he was like, no, you just, do this, add the music from whatever platform, and then it's on there and, turn down the volume. And I was like, oh, that's very simple. What an idiot. But now I know.
No.
So, yeah.
No, I bet he was pleased to help. Often is the way, right? If someone comes to you asking for help, you're going to be like, of course, I know this thing and I can help you. Why would I not help?
Yeah. And I
It's a
think
nice
also,
feeling.
I don't know, maybe it's also a drummer thing. He's been very supportive actually of a lot of the stuff that I'm doing online that we're doing. I've seen that he's like liking things, and I really appreciate that. because I don't know if there are many instruments actually where it would be like that. If it was guitarists, don't know. Sorry, guitarists, to pick on you, but it might not be that everyone would support each other, and I think that is a real drummer thing.
Agreed. Agreed. We're just great, aren't we? End of.
It is lovely, the community. So yeah, and I think yeah, what you've been doing is really, I mean, you haven't said anything either. You've just been quietly working away. And then I saw your advert the other day and was like, wow, where have you had the time to do that?
Well, exactly. Oh my God. No, sometimes I think, is this too many things, Ciara, that you're doing? But with this particular course, it's no added work in the sense of I've already done it loads of times at drum camp. So it's easy. I've got all the notation that I'm going to give them, and I've just been filming the odd lesson here and there. So I literally have just fitted it around what I'm doing anyway. And it hasn't felt like a stress because I'm just doing them here and there. And I won't be physically there in the lesson, because I'm filming it all now. So then they'll have it. And then I will touch in here and there, but it won't be as hands-on as some of the other things I do. But it means that whoever's doing it can just take their time and just do it at their own pace. And there's no pressure. It's like quite a gentle approach.
That is great for some people because I know I prefer going to a lesson because it gives me a point where I have to do something. And then, yeah, it's that having someone to give you that immediate feedback. But for some people, that is frightening. And so I think it is a great approach to have something online that they can take at their own speed. And then once they're into it, they can always, they can go from go wherever they need to from that point. So well done. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, someone said to me yesterday, they said, "Oh, would you rather go to like a drum camp or like, drumming event thing where there's either 8 people or 20?" And I surprised myself because I actually thought I probably would feel better if there was more people.
Mm.
And at camp, there's only 8 people. So to even go to camp it's a big step to make. And I know a lot of women have messaged and said, they are so nervous and they're feeling, anxious, and they're not exactly the most confident. So I think this would be ideal for those people because it is so massive to just turn up in this hall in Essex
With
for the
people you've
whole
never met before,
weekend.
probably.
Yeah, when it's not always easy to leave your house for a whole weekend. And if you're in another country, definitely not. So this is kind of for those people.
So, and what does it take you? It takes people from like never having picked up sticks before
Yes,
to where?
there's two. We would have done eighth note grooves and 16th note grooves and fills. You can play a few songs. We're going to have some songs in there to play to. So I'd say there's not too much like syncopated beats in this course, but that will be the next one.
Okay.
So you can play eighth note grooves, you can play 16th note grooves, done.
And then I was going to ask you, where's this going next? You've got it planned, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So what's the next going to be? Will it be like intermediate or is it kind of
Or it's like the
step
stepping
up?
stone
Hmm.
too. So it's going to be called Be Better. And so that
Oh,
will be everything I teach in my beginner to intermediate camp. Because for those two camps, it pretty much stays the same, the material, because yeah, there's enough there, it works, so it's tried and tested. So that's going to be the next one that you can dive into in your own time.
cool. This thing of time and using it wisely and fitting stuff in, something that was a real game changer for me was our interview with Stan Bicknell and the way that he spoke about how he just slept less. He just got up earlier to do the things that he needed to do. And I thought, yeah, I've been very focused on getting enough sleep as a mum with two young children. And now I do feel like I'm starting to get all of that back together, that I can actually think, do you know what? I've slept better the last few months. Now, if I do need to do something, I'm just going to make time for it by getting up earlier or really thinking about where I schedule it into my day. And that is something that has really helped.
Yes, he was in my head the other day because exactly the same thing. It was getting a bit late, and I just thought, oh, I need to do this thing. And I just thought, no, come on, get it done. Like future you will be grateful. And I say that a lot to myself, although I will tell you that the past few days I have not been going to bed before, 10, and I've so felt it. So on one hand, I get it, but on the other, I'm like, no, sleep is number one. I do feel like I operate so much better. I have so much more patience and reserve if I'm sleeping well. And I did sleep well last night, thank God. So I don't know. I think the planning definitely helps.
Yeah.
And he is in my head that you got to make the most out of time. And I've realized how much time is wasted by socials on the phone,
Yeah.
or just busyness where it's not actual work. It's like, just schedule it, be intentional, and then you suddenly have more time.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I can't totally let the sleep thing go. It's so important to me. Plus, there is I have an Aura ring, which is
Yes.
a sleep tracker and everything, and it's got a new feature which is terrifying, which is a sleep debt sort of reader, and it's awful. I've just look at it and I'm like, I basically need to go to bed now because it's so bad, sleep debt. And it's good to actually have that because then it does really make me think about it. And now it's not so much children waking me up in the night, it's really that I'm just faffing about, sort of enjoying a bit of time for me in the evening after everyone's gone to bed. But the thing is that they're going to bed later than they used to. And now the window gets smaller or I stay up later. So
Yeah.
I
I
need
did.
to bring in those longer days that we were talking about, the 25 or 28-hour
Yeah,
days.
yeah. And also, I will say, and I'm going to sound like a proper grumpy old woman, but hey, there you go. It's cold. It's getting dark at like 4. What?
Yeah.
That just makes me feel like the day's gone. So this is what, I need to move somewhere where it's lighter more of the day, or just warmer the whole time,
Yeah.
you know? So if we
Yeah.
could both relocate somewhere hot, I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll
Yeah.
definitely come with you. It's fine. I might have to leave some notes at home about, stuff that needs to be done, but it's okay. Other than
Okay,
that, we can just go.
cool.
I'll go and
I'll look up flights now.
pack a bag. Yeah.
Pack a
All right.
bag, get your
Good.
passport.
Thanks for listening to the Drama Mamas podcast. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave us a 5-star rating because it makes us more visible to other listeners. And we really do appreciate any comments or reviews. It makes a difference. Thanks again, and see you next time.